Hey everybody, welcome back to another Jackson Jetsetting Tips and Tricks video, Star of the Seas edition. Today I'm telling you what you need to know before sailing on Royal Caribbean's newest ship, the largest cruise ship on Earth, Star of the Seas. This is my first time sailing on an Icon class ship, and I'll cover the best things to do, like restaurants, bars, tips, tricks, and secrets on board that will make your next cruise vacation amazing. But before we dive in, if you love this type of content, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and drop a comment below. It really helps us out, and we've got tons of cruise content coming down the pipeline. So a little about Star of the Seas. Star of the Seas launched in August of 2025 as the second Icon-class ship built, so she is brand new. It was incredible to be on the world's largest ship. I've sailed on a lot of Royal Caribbean ships over the years, and it has been fun to see the evolution to Star of the Seas in just a few short years. If you want a full ship tour of Star, check out my video linked down below in the description. I also have a review up about my 3-night cruise on board. For the foreseeable future, Star of the Seas will be sailing from Port Canaveral on alternating 7-night Western and Eastern Caribbean itineraries. Both itineraries will stop at Royal Caribbean's private island of Coco Cay. Orlando's main airport, MCO, is a short 45-minute drive from the port. I always fly in the day before my cruise, but if you're driving, you can find ample parking near the port. So a little about booking and pre-planning. Once you've booked, download the Royal Caribbean app. You can pre-book beverage packages, unlimited dining, excursions, and more, usually at a discount, especially if you catch a sale like Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Online check-in opens 45 days before your cruise, and that makes embarkation day much smoother. I got on Star of the Seas in less than 15 minutes. If you do want a little extra help getting on board quicker, purchase the Key, which has perks like priority boarding and an embarkation day lunch based off of CHOP's lunch menu, among other things. Suite guests also receive priority boarding as well. And if you are looking for extra help planning your next cruise vacation on Star of the Seas, we can definitely help. Reach out to jacksonjetsetting.com/book for a free quote. Booked clients receive complimentary price watch from us on their cruise. If the price drops before final payment, we can rebook clients at a new lower price complimentary.
If you've ever tried to stay connected on a cruise, you know how tricky and expensive it can be. Cruise ship Wi-Fi plans are often slow and expensive, and international roaming charges can ruin any trip budget. That's where GigSky comes in. I've been testing GigSky on my latest cruises, and the service is quickly becoming my go-to both on and off the ship. Whether I'm grabbing coffee in Nassau, checking my ship's location on the Lido deck with Cruise Mapper, or just uploading photos from port in Cozumel, GigSky is right there with me. GigSky makes it easy and affordable. Their eSIM technology means I don't need a physical SIM card. I just open the app, pick a data plan for the country or region that I'm visiting, and boom, I'm online. No contracts and no surprises. They've got coverage in over 200 countries and regions, and you can even get multi-country plans for Europe, Asia, and the Caribbean. It is perfect for cruisers hopping from port to port. And best of all, I have partnered with GigSky to save on your first data plan. Just use the link below and use code CRUISE10 to save 10% off any data plan within the app. Stay connected, skip the roaming fees, and cruise smarter with GigSky.
Now let's talk dining on Star of the Seas. Star of the Seas has dozens of restaurants. You of course have the main dining room, which spans 3 decks, and the Windjammer Marketplace. So the Windjammer Marketplace is a lovely spot. It's probably my favorite Windjammer across the fleet. Very well designed, but the complimentary dining that takes the cake for me in terms of favorite dining venue has to be the AquaDome Market. It is a place with 5 different food stalls. They have Latin food, they have Thai food, crepe station, barbecue. It is absolutely incredible. So definitely check that out. And I like how long the hours were. It was from about 10 in the morning until late at night. So in between meals, you can go in and get something to go. Very, very nice spot and really great views of the ocean around. They also have Surfside Eatery, which is a complimentary buffet that has many kid-friendly options down in the Surfside neighborhood, which is designed just for kids. I thought that was very smart. So in terms of specialty restaurants, you have a lot of your old favorites. My favorite being Izumi. I was able to dine hibachi here. Big restaurant. It's located in Central Park, which is a nice experience as well. Definitely book this well in advance because hibachi is probably the most popular normal specialty restaurant on board. That will probably sell out before your cruise. The other popular specialty restaurant is the Lincoln Park Supper Club, and it's a $200 multi-hour and multi-course experience that I was able to dine at with a live band and many, many cocktails. It's themed to a Chicago speakeasy, and it is an awesome experience, but there is only 1 seating each evening, and the capacity is very limited. So book this well in advance before your cruise in the app. So you also have classic favorites like Chop's Grill and Giovanni's Italian Eatery. You can save money on specialty dining by buying the unlimited dining option at a discount before your cruise or making a single reservation directly. Also, on embarkation day, check for discounts on specialty dining. I've gotten up to 50% off on the first night. So now let's talk bars and lounges, which there are plenty of them on Star of the Seas as well. 4 favorites stand out to me. The Hideaway Bar, which is located in the adults only area, very aft of the ship, high up next to Thrill Island. It's appropriately hidden away, and they have a great cocktail menu and killer views. Dueling Pianos, which had great late night entertainment and a fun pop rock cocktail. Dueling Pianos, always a fun time. I'm glad that they brought that concept to Royal Caribbean. Swim and Tonic, which is the ship's swim-up bar. So amazing to have this on a cruise ship. It's just a very fun novelty, fun place to hang out all day. And the Ryan Bean near the Aqua Theater, which has coffee cocktails to die for, and it works as a normal coffee bar as well. There are literally dozens of places to enjoy a drink and entertainment on this ship. It's almost too much to cover in one video. But you can check out my review videos on the channel and my vlogs that I go and experience a lot of what to do on board Star of the Seas. But for entertainment, the biggest tip I have is to book everything you possibly can in advance when reservations open before your cruise. There are a lot of shows that require reservations on the ship, so you have to plan your week in advance on Star of the Seas. Ship's ice skating show Soul is great. The Aqua Theater show Torque, Back to the Future the Musical, comedians, and even special guest shows can be booked in advance. Every night in the Royal Theater, you'll find a new show or piece of entertainment. Biggest ticket is Back to the Future the Musical, and you should absolutely not miss this show. It's my favorite movie of all time, but the production values of this show on board make this the most impressive show I have seen at sea. It is absolutely Broadway quality. Torque was still in previews during my sailing, but it was very impressive nonetheless. The divers and all the acrobatics in the AquaDome Theater is impressive enough, but it is an incredible space for an incredible ship. I am a sucker for the ice skating shows on Royal Caribbean ships, and I love the music collection for Soul, as well as the in-theater effects. You'll also find live music in venues like the Schooner Bar and Boleros, and karaoke in its own venue on the Royal Promenade, among dozens of other activities. Speaking of activities, there's a lot of unique activities on board, especially the Category 6 water park and Crown's Edge experience on Thrill Island. Category 6 was incredibly impressive, with 6 water slides appropriately enough. One was closed during our sailing, sadly, but the lines can get long during the day, so plan accordingly. I recommend packing a swimsuit when you board if there's priority in riding them, and riding them first. You'll experience shorter lines before the rest of the ship. Crown's Edge is an extra charge, but it was only $10 on boarding day. I think it's worth $20 to do while it's at sea, as walking the plank and the terrifying feeling associated with it is very fun to do when the ship is sailing during a sea day in the middle of the ocean. It's very terrifying. Very worth the money. Other activities like flow rider and rock climbing are first come, first served. There are also 7 pools on Star of the Seas, one for each day of your vacation. Some of the pools are adults only, and others are for all ages. Surfside down on deck 7 does a great job of keeping children in their own area of the ship as well, and they have their own pool and splash pad. I didn't see too many up on the pool deck, so I think it's pretty successful for a concept. Now let's talk cabins. So I stayed in a Surfside balcony on my sailing, which you can find in my review of Star of the Seas. It's a pretty tall ship, so keep that in mind when selecting a cabin. You might like a location closer to the indoor decks lower on the ship. Of course, the most popular cabins are balconies, and there are many on Star. They have ocean view balconies, the traditional ones you might know, ones facing Central Park, or in the Surfside neighborhood like mine. They also have the controversial infinite balconies on Star of the Seas. You have to keep that in mind when booking your cruise. I haven't had a chance to sail on one of these quite yet, and they are pretty divisive online. Many do not like the design, many think it's not that big of a deal. So I'm excited to try one of these one day. Let me know in the comments if you've sailed in an infinite balcony already. Final thoughts, that is everything you need to know before sailing on Star of the Seas. You can check out my full ship tour and review video linked down below for even more details, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you on board. Happy travels.